Hey, good morning, guys. It's Coach Scott. It is, what is today? Wednesday, I think. We're going to go with Wednesday. Pretty confident about that. Hey, Ron, how's it going? I don't feel too bad today. Not too bad. Surprisingly, though, because didn't get a lot of sleep last night. We went to bed probably like around 11:30, which is way too late if I'm going to try to be waking up this early. But I did get up. I actually got up pretty, not easily, but not too bad, given the no sleep thing. I think I wasn't intimidated by this morning's workout, but that could be very naive of me. We'll see how it goes. Let's hit this menu. Got some new data for us today. This is kind of interesting. 243 pounds from yesterday, 245 on Monday, and today 240. Hello, intermittent fasting. I'll give you the rundown on that in a bit. Now we'll set the workout from today. Again, I'm doing a whole bunch of stuff here from the other day. 6-week beginner. I hate that it does that. It's like they give us this little teeny scroll bar here. Week 3, foundation, 54 minutes. What's that looking like? I don't know if this is exactly accurate, but looks like we got a whole bunch of sets here with 1 minute intervals in between of recovery. So let's just hope we can basically ride about, 45 minutes? And maybe a little less. What we do is that, Todd? Morning, guys. Trying to see if the live stream is working. Looks like it's going. It's been kind of an interesting couple days here. Team Ordinary Gear, today is the last day, and from what I understand, once the store shuts down, they will not accept any new orders. So, it is morning, Todd. So yeah, once the store shuts down, that's it. I love that Matt's already chiming in so early. That's great. Once the store shut, we are working. Stephanie has. I don't even want to say it. I'm gonna get in trouble. Stephanie is. She didn't weigh herself this morning, so it's only been 2 days. She's awake though. Wow, it's time to go already, huh? Alright, let's fight through this. Nothing this morning. Nice, easy gear. That's nice. Oh, we gotta do a workout too, huh? Alright. What do we got here? 6-minute warm-up. Squeaky. Squeaky today. I gotta work on that. I know, Matt's saying trainer tire already. There we go. We just gotta build up a little bit. That squeak subsides a little. Where are you guys? You guys behind me? Yeah. So what do we got? We got a lot. So the team store, the Wadi Egg store, is still open just for today. I want to thank you guys who ordered because we hit all our minimums. So everything's going to get printed. Everything will get done. I was going to thank some of the last couple people that came in, but actually you guys are the ones that gave me almost a heart attack thinking that I wouldn't print all that stuff, or that I'd have to make up the difference, spend a ton of cash. But it's all good. You guys are awesome. Especially thanking the people who got their orders in earlier. It got my anxiety down a little bit. Yesterday, I guess the big story from yesterday was we released our podcast with Iron Cowboy. That is now out. Guys, that was awesome. That was so much fun. What a laid-back guy. Came on. We talked about Eco Challenge for about, I don't know, a half an hour or so. Which, if you watched it, it's a really good show. I recommend it, definitely. I mean, it's 9 episodes, so it's an investment of time, but we watched it in less than a week. We binged it, and I thought it was great. It was a good interview. Thanks, Ron. I appreciate that. You know, it's funny. Someone said on the board that it didn't look like I was nervous at all. You know, I've had some big names in the past. Mike Riley was one I was nervous for. And just, you know what, people are just, for the most part, people are just really cool. And sometimes now, what I've learned, or what I've been learning lately, or trying to learn, with my more recent interviews, is to just let them go. People want to talk. You just just lob them a question and let them go. And try to keep, and you got to listen too, because that's another thing. A lot of times, when you're interviewing someone, if you're not, if you get nervous, you stop listening, and you're just thinking about that next question all the time. So you got to be listening and try to keep the conversation fluid. I've been on podcasts before where it seems like the host just has like a list of questions, open-ended questions, and they just ask, and they're just waiting for you to finish so they can wrap it up, tie them together. And I try not to be like that. And I think, you know, as you get older, we have done 357 podcasts. I mean, it's my show. Ultimately, I may have a great guest on. It's my show. But he was great, and for him to talk about the use of the elliptical during the 50-50-50 in such an open way, you know? And in many ways, after we did the interview, I thought about it. And I'm like, you know, I wonder, had the guy not done the elliptical, finished the thing straight through without it, would there have been less controversy? Would there have been less buzz about it? And would less people have noticed what he actually did? So maybe in a way it was good. Strange way. But he was a great guest. And we'll be rooting for him in his next endeavors. I think it sounds like he's got some pretty exciting things coming up next year. So we'll be rooting for him. You know, it's kind of hard to judge sometimes, Matt. I see what you wrote. Especially when, you know, you'll have questions like, hey, talk about yourself. Talk about all the great things that you've done. I just saw you on TV. We loved you. And, you know, it's like when you're lobbing up accolades and patting people on the back and asking them to talk about themselves. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough not to come off that way, I guess. But, yeah, but, you know, after, like you said, after a few minutes, it was just like I was I don't know, almost like an old friend where you're just sitting there chatting away. Alright, let's go back. And discuss intermittent fasting. So, down 5 pounds. That is, and I gotta tell you, I mean, Matt's right. Matt, go ahead, you can take it. You're right. It's really, I mean, if you have the discipline to just not eat during those hours, and actually, I think that discipline of holding off and either not eating to a certain time or finishing your meals at night and not eating until bed, that discipline actually drives you to want to be a little more healthy during the day. And it's one of those things where I walked my daughter to Dunkin' Donuts last night. I still had some time. Had my black coffee. But you know, sometimes I go in there and I look at the donut and I can judge my frame of mind by how badly I want a donut when I go to Dunkin' Donuts. If those Boston creams are calling, you know, look, whether you get it or not, if you start to crave them and really, really want them, then you can judge your frame of mind by that. And yes, some days I go in there and I look at the donuts and I'm like, who could ever eat one of those? They're so bad for you. But when you're in that right mode, for whatever reason, it's easy. And the last 2 days I've been in the right mode for eating healthy. It's actually hard if you're eating some sort of low calorie healthy meals loaded with vegetables and stuff. It's hard to get that, say 1,800 calories in there. I mean, you could. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to make it sound like a horrendous thing that we're doing, but I mean, the morning yesterday, so we did some reading about breaking your fast in the morning, and I think it was on the video that Matt sent me, and the guy was talking about bone broth. So we bought bone broth, and we throw frozen veggies in there, some black beans. The day before we had peppers and onions, and it was just sort of like a broth-based, wake-up call, I guess. But we make enough of it that it's a meal. It feels like a meal. It's probably very low cal. And then I rolled up 5 turkey slices, and we ate that. So we get a little protein too. That's been breakfast. Stephanie bought this bean salad from Costco. It's almost done. I think it is done. Come on, legs. So she bought that. She's been eating it. We've been both eating that, kind of like as an intermittent snack. I think I had later in the morning. And probably maybe my hiccup, if at all. And this is kind of like my Achilles heel lately, is I had a bowl of cereal, nothing sugary, and with almond milk. So try to make it as healthy as I could. Admittedly, one of my bad habits lately is I take a little Hershey syrup and I put it on top of the cereal. Then you pour the milk over it and it's like chocolate milk. It's really good. But I stopped doing that. Go ahead. Make all the fun you want. It's good. But I stopped doing that this week. And honestly, I didn't even feel like I wanted to. But, so I had a bowl of cereal. Stephanie was out in the morning. She came back somewhere around, I don't know, 12:30. I was kind of jonesing for eggs because we hadn't really had eggs for breakfast, and we normally have them almost every day. So I made omelets. Ham, peppers, onions, black beans. No cheese. It was really good. Oh no, sorry, feta. We had feta. I dripped a little feta in there. Steph got feta from the farmer's market. So yeah, I did drip a little feta. I did. Hey look, I'm being honest. But it was good. Really good. After that, that was it. That's all I ate till dinner. And dinner we did rice with ground turkey. We have this like big bag of Costco frozen veggies. So we just threw some of those in there. So it's almost like, kind of like fried rice, but without the rice being fried. That came out good. We have extra for today too, so we got a little more to play with. Whew. How are we doing here? 40 minutes to go. Yeah, so one of the things that I noticed was that I do these 160 watt sets. That first set, my cadence struggles. Then we hit that recovery period, and it's kind of like that 160 is like when you're swinging the weighted bat in the on deck circle playing baseball. And then you go to the recovery set, and it's like you take the weight off, you know. And the next thing you know, you're back up to your normal cadence. So I mean, that was kind of it for my eating. I'm trying to think if I ate anything else. I don't think I did. And the day went by fairly quickly, at least that eating portion did. We stopped eating at 6. And yeah, I stopped eating at 6, and then that was it. And then so September 23rd is the USA Triathlon workout event that I'm doing. If anyone out there is on Zwift, would love to see you there. I just would hate, that's my thing, right? Worry about nobody showing up. But I got a really good workout for it. I'm just testing a few things. Last night I got caught in like the I'm working hard kind of on a project that I'm really zoned in, and I blinked and it was 10:30. I'm trying to judge with that, like how much text to put into the workout. Because the way I see it, the more text I can pre-program, the more I can focus on the ride. I mean, doing the Thursday night ride, what I know is, you know, this is me. This is me in the phone. Which A, isn't very entertaining to do. It's horrible for the live stream. And I'd rather have that stuff pre-programmed if I want. The problem is, the way they have it set up is, it's ridiculous. I mean, Zwift really needs to work on that interface. It's horrible. I mean, they give you like, it's like less than half a tweet, not even. It's like 30 characters of space. And then you have to do another comment. So I think I figured out a way to kind of go into the code and type the comments there, and they can be longer, but I'm not sure if it's going to work. I mean, it's kind of not, here's what's not cool. As a coach, I can go into Training Peaks, which is a workout app, and I can set my athletes' workouts. I can create something for Zwift. And when I switch from so when we do a switch from the 6 minutes to the 1 minute set, I can throw in a comment, and the comment can be huge. And it's good, so if you're a coach and you want to talk to your athlete while they're working out and you're not there, you can throw those comments in there and they can be huge. So why does Training Peaks have the functionality and capability that Zwift itself does not? It makes no sense to me. I don't know. Let me be angry. Let me ride angry. He's riding angry, folks. Anyway, that's just my frustration of last night, but kept me up to the worst part, till 10:30. The worst part is A, I'm not finished, and B, I don't even know if all the work I did is going to work. So, that was my night last night. I haven't been running at all. Yesterday I went out and I walked for 2.5 miles by myself. Then, I don't know why, I'm deciding to walk lately. I think yesterday what intimidated me was I felt awful in the morning during the workout. I felt terrible. And I know tomorrow's workout's going to be difficult. So I didn't want to kill my legs. And I can tell you, I went to bed last night, my legs felt sore. And I woke up this morning, and they were better. Surprisingly. But I feel good. Tired, but good. I feel like these little 1 minute breaks are like nothing. So yeah, we moved the John Tipton interview back to Thursday morning. That's the second time we've moved it, but he asked me if we could, and actually it worked for me, so we did. Then I also want to thank Ben Hinton, who put me in touch with Sue Reynolds, who's been all over Runner's World lately, and seen her story all over. I gotta be honest, I've seen the headlines, I've read some of it. I mean, from what I understand, this woman weighed 330 pounds, and either, I don't know, she's competing or winning her age group, doing some amazing things. But she's been all over the place, and I'm excited to hear her story. So we're going to try to schedule that one for next week. With some more exciting interviews even behind that. It'll be really cool. So yeah, it's funny how I go from having no interviews. So to all of a sudden being overloaded with people. We got more behind it too. Things are shaking out. Things are working behind the scenes. Finish this set, we'll be at the halfway point. Not a lot of talking today in the chat room. We'll get a little from Matt on the YouTube, but I meant the meetup ride room or whatever it is. Everyone's just tired. You don't have to even acknowledge that. I understand. And this is day 13. Habits forming, guys. Habits forming. And I know for Ron, this is key, man. You get up. You have big goals for next year. So these workouts, even though they might not be, your event is not like right in front of your face, ready to go. It's, you got to get work in. Any work you do now will be advantageous to you later. But man, every day we get to the end of these workouts and Ron's got to jet to work. What's the alternative? Alternative is no workout. So I mean, this is great for you. It's great for me. Todd seems to show up every day. We all complain, but oh yeah, that's what I just said. That's funny. I just like to complain, don't we all? It's early. We all complain, but we all know that this is good for us, so we keep showing up. Still getting the work in. Yep. You can complain all you want. Keep showing up. Right? Keep showing up. That alarm rings at 4:30. You know what? I gotta tell you, I don't get mad at it. Sometimes I mean, man, I would say for the last 6 months, there's been a few times where I set the alarm early and tried to start this routine. Rarely was I successful. And usually if I was successful, it was after like a half dozen snooze buttons. And it was with a groan. I still probably groan. But I know I gotta do it. So I do it. And it doesn't feel bad. It feels like it's my responsibility. I got to do it. Oh, geez. That's a lot of miles. You're doing both? The full marathon and a 50K virtually? God bless you, Ron. Don't do it on the elliptical. People get mad. I actually have on September 13th, I have my first sort of speaking engagement. Allison Knott, our team dietitian, invited me. She has a group of folks. They have like a little a monthly caller. Every 2 weeks they have a call. They have guest speakers and stuff. My wife's part of the group. It's a friendly crowd for me. I mean, it's a lot of people I know for the team and a couple others that I don't know, but mostly a friendly crowd. But I gotta tell you, that was another thing. I sit there in front of the mic and I talk by myself to no one most of the time. But I mean, I got a podcast I've been doing for years, and I've been thinking like, why don't I speak? I don't ever try to like get these gigs. And I know some other people that get them, and I'm like, really? You're speaking? I don't want to put some other people down, but I feel like I know I could get the gigs if I really tried for them. I need something to say. So it's nice. It's good practice. I'll be getting that in. And that's another thing I need to work on that I haven't even started. But it'll get done. I'm excited about it. We are on the back end of this workout, moving right along. It's nice having one that's under an hour, just because I get to see Ron the whole time. No, it's nice having them that are under an hour. Even my Thursday night rides are usually just 50 minutes. So every morning I've been getting off the bike, heading upstairs. I just step on the scale before I jump in the shower and see how much I've lost. I mean, I'm replenishing with water. So it's not like I'm doing any kind of sweat test or anything like that. By the way, I don't have my fan up here going when I do the live stream. It's too loud. So I gotta get one of those kind of silent fans. I put it on once in a while. The thing I have is a monster. And it's almost too cold. No such thing probably, but it's pretty cold. It makes it uncomfortable in the beginning. But then by the end I'm thankful that I have it on. But for a lot of people that's a game changer is the fan. And I don't have one right now. I gotta get one of those, you know those circle ones? The air passes through somehow. It's the alien technology. So yeah, I've been stepping on the scale after. And I typically lose between 1 and 2 pounds doing this, even with replenishing. So it'll be nice to go up there and see. I was 240 this morning. That was a legit 240. That was 240.1. Yesterday I was 242.5, and the day before was 244.5, so it's coming off fast. I don't feel unhealthy. We'll see how it goes. I mean, look at that, 89 RPM. That's like just kind of going. Not even paying attention. I didn't see your last comment there, bro. You won't post a picture of yourself on the bike in the morning, so you wouldn't do a live stream, is what you're saying? It's tough to look this good in the morning. No, I just roll out of bed. I feel terrible. No, I don't feel terrible. I feel good. Convincing myself. I feel good. I do, actually. I find that I'm conditioned towards self-deprecation. I don't know if you guys have noticed that to me about me. Oh, on the elliptical. Yeah. You know, that might have been dumb, but still, it's not like it just shows you he wasn't being dishonest. And there's another picture of him taking IV fluids, which some people thought were illegal. But those are illegal from Watopia because they're a covering agent, a masking agent. Basically thins out your blood, so your levels are, when they do test you, your levels are lower for whatever illegal stuff that you took. But he wasn't even getting tested. That was medical. So at the end of the documentary, they even kind of gave him a pass on that. I think Watopia said, no, you're good, man. I know. You know what too is like someone goes through that kind of effort. I mean, it's not worth it to get all up in arms and be angry. Get the pitchforks. Some people are just preconditioned to do that and tear things down. Unfortunately, easy to do on social media these days. And I hate to stand here and preach, because I've probably done some of it myself at times, but I think as you get older and as you expose yourself to it, and you can kind of get a feel, hey, maybe I shouldn't say that. Maybe I should hold back. And some people learn and some people don't. I mean, what was interesting to me, one of the things that he said, was a lot of the people that kind of ripped him apart for doing the elliptical on social media, afterwards came back and apologized. And I think that's awesome. That is awesome. I mean, I'd feel horrible if something I tweeted or something I wrote, no matter how, no matter how negative or how naive I thought it was, and nothing I thought it was, if that caused the guy to quit in the middle. Guy falls off his bike, gets injuries, rides through hurricanes, and the thing that almost got him to quit were the people chirping at him. That's how powerful negative comments can be. The next time you're writing stuff like that, just think about it for a second. We all should do that. Are you piling on something that's not really, not really productive? I mean, I've seen people like have side chats. I've been in like side chat rooms and people rip other people apart. Even that, you gotta be careful, man. People snap pictures of that stuff and they post it. Be genuine. Cheer people on. Don't get jealous. And the invitation is out there for anyone to go out there and do 50 states. Do your own 50, 50, 50. You think you can do better. That stuff bothers me. And also, you know, I've had people talk about the podcast before. I have one-star review. No idea where that came from. A little idea where that might have come from. But still. You gotta love the one-star review people. They go to your podcast, they give you 1 star. And they don't comment. They don't tell you why. They don't want to expose themselves. I don't know, man. I think I'm doing the tempo tomorrow. I know we looked at it yesterday, and Ron doesn't want to do the tempo tomorrow because it's a longer workout. It's a hard workout. I know, that's like a point of pride, right, Ron? I get it. He doesn't want to ditch from the hardest workout of the day, for the week. I get it. So we talked about doing it Saturday, or maybe Sunday. So we talked about doing it Saturday or Sunday. Saturday's ride is Matt Shore's ride. I think we're going to both be doing that. Or no, you couldn't do it. You wanted to do it, but you couldn't do it. So we talked about putting it back. Just the time. Yeah. Well, and you're doing this for yourself, right? And you're doing a workout program. And at the end, you're supposed to see improvement during it. So if you don't finish the pieces, it's like, if you don't finish the pieces, at the end of the day, you can't expect to have the puzzle finished. You like that? Write that down. .4:30 start. Ooh, that is laying down the gauntlet. I wonder if we'll lose Todd. I wonder if we'll lose me. I gotta contemplate that. But I think I would do it. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. We will solve this problem, Ron. We will solve this problem. If it's 4:30, it's 4:30. Not letting my boy down. I didn't even know Todd suggested it. All right, one more of these sets. Wait, nice 6-minute cool down. Really 7-minute, but as long as it's not 10, I'm happy. How's my sweat looking? Belly sweat. Always the belly sweat. We're not an impasse. We're 4:30 tomorrow. All right, we're 4:30. Nope, 4:30 tomorrow. We'll do out the Zwift. Last set here. I hate to tell you, this is a nice one today. Sometimes I have to type it so that Todd sees it. Alright, you guys both threw that out there then. I'm on board. I'm going to bed early tonight. And I am on board. Boosh, you're waking up. You're a freaking Marine. Come on, man. Marines wake up at like 3 in the morning. And let's be honest, you probably woke up at 3 today. You probably ran 15 miles, 2 hours, jumped on the bike. You got that, man. Look, I'm waking up at 4:30. You're getting your ass up at 4:30. We're doing the tempo workout. I will call you. If you give me your phone number, I will call you. Tabby's not going to like it. Give me Tabby's number too. Hey man, you have not missed a day at 5 a.m. This is 12 straight days for you at 5 a.m. I love when they break out the asterisk for Todd. That was a lot of asterisks too. I can only imagine. I do like giving ourselves our own world here so you can see all your comments. Sometimes when all the other riders are here, you can't see your comments on the YouTube. Less than 2 minutes here. We got this. Oh, man. There's the vest. Sweat is coming in. The mini vest. A little bit short right here. Here's the spot. So I think most of this week I've been riding at like 165 during these blue sets. So today's set was a little bit easier. I think they were a little longer. I think the first week We were 5 minutes on these, and we had more rest in between. So we're taking away our rest, but they're giving us a little break, I think, on the watts. A little bit, probably matters. Here we go. Cruising in, finish it up. This feels like the perfect time for a workout, by the way. Like the perfect amount of time. 54 minutes. Very nice. Sweating. Nice work, gentlemen. Way to get up early, getting it done. I like to see it. We'll talk about the 4:30 thing. If it can't be done, it can't be done. Here's my problem. My problem is I don't know when I'm going to be able to get that tempo in otherwise. Because I don't think I can get out this weekend. Which means, Ron, maybe what you do is just hop on for a 5 o'clocker. You know, do the 5th day workout. And then try to sneak in the tempo sometime this weekend. Or something like that. We'll talk. We always talk after these rides anyway. Listen, ultimately the decision I'll leave up to you. Ron, I'm good to wake up at 4:30 if you want to do it. I'll leave it up to you. You're not going to psych me out with that. Not a lot of elevation today. Decent amount. It's good to get some miles in too. I'm doing that challenge. I think Matt did like 40 miles yesterday. Unless he went back on at night, which sometimes he does. All right, let me get my reading glasses on for this one. I know, man. Trust me, the last person who I would seriously make fun of about being tough, Ron Booze. Last person. Possibly my father, number one, who is also a Marine. Then Ron Booze. That's as tough as they come. Plus, I don't want Ron to put me on his list of people to kill. I don't think I'd make it. I don't have those skills. I feel like in part I'm pedaling faster. I see my cadence in 91, 92. Because I feel like if I pedal faster, I'll get done quicker. That's the one thing about timed workouts. I mean, sometimes when you're out, right, and you're on a ride, and you're on a trail or something, you park the car, you get the bike off, you hit those last few miles. And one of the things that pushes you through those last few miles is you know that when you get to the car, you're done. So the sooner you get to the car, the faster you will be done. And that doesn't work here. These timed workouts. Look, man, if you ever write me on the people to kill list, let me know in advance. I'll come down, I'll make it up. I'll shine your shoes. I'll take your laundry in, your dry cleaning, cook you a meal. Stephanie and I watch those like Dateline shows. And it's always like the wife that kills the husband or the husband that kills the wife in some grand scheme. And I always look over to her and say, hey, you know, if you want to do that to me, just let me know in advance. We're good. Like, we'll just be done. Like, I don't want to die. If you ever get that mad at me, you know, just drop me a note or something. It's always for the insurance. Thanks, man. Never get the insurance policy. Because Dateline, it's always about the insurance. A week before the murder, the wife took out an insurance policy. Can we just say case closed right there every time? And they always drag it out, right? They're always like having problems in the beginning, but it's not so much, and then they make them look innocent, and then they drag it out, and then at the end they're like, you know, you're 45 minutes into the show, and it's like, oh, they found out that there was a life insurance policy. Someone with the alibi was messed up. We're almost done here. Good job today, guys. I meant to type something in there. My bank sent me a life insurance for my birthday. What do they know that you don't, right? What do they... we kept getting... We were at work, we had the TVs on. I used to work on a trading desk, and they used to show a life insurance commercial all the time. They used to run it over and over. So finally my buddy called, told him that he wanted to get a life insurance policy for his friend as a birthday gift, but he wanted to surprise him. And the lady's like, well, who would the benefactor be? He's like, oh, well, of course, that would be me. And she was like, oh my God, it can't be you. It's funny. The only time I had fun calling an insurance agent. Anyway, all right, guys, listen, we'll see you tomorrow. I think we're doing 5 a.m. I think I'm going to be doing tempo tomorrow at 5 a.m. I think Ron's going to be coming at 5, but doing a different workout, which is cool. You can catch up on those over the weekend or something. I'm sure you'll catch up. You'll find some time somewhere. If I'm around and I don't throw up tomorrow, I'll do it again. So keep me on the list. Reach out to me if you want to do it. Maybe I'll be able to sneak on. Anyway, that's it for today, guys. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Go check out the podcast with Iron Cowboy. Go to the store, the team store. It's the last day today. This team store will be open, the Wadi store. You can find that link on both my Twitter at Ord Marathoner or at our Facebook page, Ordinary Marathoners. It's a discussion group. All right, that's it for today.